Okay. Hi class. So today I'll be talking about um how I use translanguaging in a fifth grade science lesson on the water cycle. This lesson uses English as a school language and Spanish as a home language to support student learning. The goal is to help students understand science concept while feeling included and confident using all of their language skills. Okay, so let's get started. Why translanguaging? This is mostly the most fundamental because this helps students better understand what they're learning on daily basis with their language. um, when students are allowed to use their home language, for example, Spanish, they're more engaged, more confident, and more willing to participate. Um, if we limit students to one language, translanguaging values that their full linguistic abilities support the development of academic English. So whether they use Spanish at home and they use English in school, it helps them both be more bilingual in the sense that they're able to adapt both understanding when they're doing a topic. So the less objected um is designed for fifth grade. The subject is science. Um, the objective is for students to describe the stages of the water cycle, including evaporation, condensation, precipitation, and collection. And English and Spanish is an instructional language, but Spanish on the other home languages are used to support comprehension and discussion. So whether we use both languages, the students will understand this. So at the beginning of the lesson, I explained that students can use their home language, Spanish, to help them learn. In this thing, in this model vocabulary, I by saying in English we say water cycle, but in Spanish we say ciclo del agua. So I'm asking the students, how do you say rain in your home language? So this would be Spanish. Students and this part would be encouraged, you know, and I will basically say, how do you guys say rain in your home language? And students will say lluvia. This is a common vocabulary for Spanish when deciding how to translate it. So I'm asking the students here to create a vocabulary chart with English. Um, so you guys will be working in pairs. We'll be working in pairs, and you guys are gonna be creating a chart like this, and you guys are gonna pronounce this between two pairs of partners. You're gonna pronounce these words. I'm gonna say one. So here you have English evaporation, and in Spanish evaporación. I want all of you guys to work in pairs. I'll give you guys 5 minutes to say these words, and and discuss these meaning behind these words in English. So what it means behind, Okay, so I think everyone got the idea of it. So here we will discuss the water cycle in Spanish. So I want all of you guys to work on this diagram, and all of you guys will be basically labeling the diagram. But I want you guys to practice in Spanish and then share the final answers in English. So you're getting the meaning in Spanish of these words like eh, what was it? Condensation. You're getting condensation, you're just putting them in where they belong. And then you're getting all the words and you're putting them here. And then we're gonna share your final answers in English. I'm gonna guys give 5 minutes. Okay, so can anyone tell me what is the first one here? We should put anyone. Condensation. Okay, where would that go? Okay, right here. Right. Okay. So basically, here I will have the students get a better feedback on when it comes to learning Spanish. I'm telling them to label the diagram in Spanish, each of the words where they belong. And then they're basically, as we regroup, we're gonna share what the meaning in English for, let's say, for condensation, what is it, or evaporation, what is the meaning in Spanish, or we're just translating here these words. So supporting home languages, I model vocabulary by saying English, and we say water cycle. But then I translated the word, we say ciclo de agua. So students are encouraged here to share their ideas in Spanish or another language, and I connect the response back to English. So basically we're getting the Spanish word and then we're just putting the meaning. Especially if they have a Hispanic parent, basically they get more feedback on their grammar, more how to use the words in English, how to translate it in Spanish. It creates a good a good thing for anyone that's not born in the United States, but it makes a good fundamental for the whole classroom to understand this, especially if you learn a new language, you learn a new meaning, you know everything. So I this trans language lesson that I created is an inclusive and engaged learning. I allow students use their home language as Spanish as the resource, and they gain a good knowledge, understanding of science concepts while building confidence and academic English skills. So that's my lesson for this translanguaging discussion. Thank you.